Hello. I'm happy because I just received this product in the mail from Amazon. And it's a rather obscure technology. It's very cutting edge. It's like a 3D printer. But it's like not a 3D printer. So anyways, it's modeled on that ancient adage of, give a man a fish and you fed him for a day and teach him how to fish. You fed him for a lifetime. So I got this wonderful product, this really kind of, cutting edge stuff in the mail, and I went to the seashore, this local seashore, on an unknown ocean. So I went to the local seashore on an unknown ocean, the notion of an unknown ocean on a local seashore, and I went up to the tide. And as it was receding, I pressed a little button. I'm really happy. Because what happened in that moment is within a kind of 5 square mile area, all the fish instantly died. And then were shot up through the water and landed on the shore at my feet. And I'm standing in probably 2 feet of dead fish right now. So I have swordfish over here, I have sharks, manta rays, lobster. I said fish, but it's all manner of sea life. Crustaceans. There's some whales here. I'm gonna have a lot of blubber. I'm gonna burn the midnight lamp oil. And so now I'm just gonna be like, well, what do I do with all this abundance? Right? Like, I have got all this decaying fish matter. It's rather putrid. So my next thought is, do I get on my phone and get a Amazon Prime delivery of some kind of stench reducer, stench eliminator, foul-smelling retardant? Or, well, I could probably do both, or I could find another piece of technology or app or something, I don't know yet. You just kind of have to quaff these things into existence when you get online, to find a way to sell all of this fish. But because, I have this technology and I now have food for a lifetime, how do I use this technology only one time? I mean, because I did just kill a lot. Essentially just kind of was like oceanic genocide here. We have 5 square miles. I eliminated everything, but I am fed for life now. And if I learn how to package this stuff appropriately, monetize it appropriately, then I could probably sell it and make millions of dollars and then start some kind of, I don't know, some global foundation to help people in disadvantaged economies around the world. I don't know. I could do a lot. So yeah, if you're interested in helping me, you can leave a comment here. Tell me what I should do with all this putrid matter. It's rather strange though, right? I'm super jazzed. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I'm exhilarated. But I'm surrounded by all these dead fish. I'm on a seashore, and I know as I look out 5 miles in the distance, and that's just horizontally. Also, there's the vertical, which is all the ocean underneath the surface. All of that's dead. But I just tested this radical technology, so I'm really psyched for humans, for all the people that I could feed, for all the money that I can make, and just for the kind of cutting edge technology that I'm just destined to find because it's online. But I am conflicted. There's that voice inside me that says, I'm not a pescatarian. Maybe I should be. Now I'm thinking that I should be a pescatarian after creating this genocide on all this wildlife. See, part of me the love and light side of me that kind of takes advantage of technology and thinks about the betterment of mankind and the monetization of opportunity is a little bit crestfallen at the reality here. But if I just stay upbeat, stay sportsmanlike, hike up my shoulders, lengthen my spine, look right into the eye of the camera, everything's good. And then of course, 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 and then of course. I was exiled. I could not deal with the suffering in the Crystal Palace in the clouds. So much suffering. To be the god of suffering. To be lost. Crushed under the dome. Oh, happiness. Thwarted. All these mortals praying to me. And I just could not be a god for much longer. So I decided to incarnate as a mortal, but then the vestige of the celestial realm is imprinted upon my soul, and I can't forget it. Oh. I'm a god who feels too much. I'm a god who doesn't want to be a god. I'm a god who can't stand the prayers of man. I'm so sick and tired of it. Walking the seashores of the planet, seeing all these people starving, looking to the sea for release, praying to Poseidon, 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 Poseidon. Piss off, Poseidon. Doesn't give a fuck about you. I was the one god who did. And suffering's too great, and they forged me. Oh, he'll be able to handle all the suffering. We won't have to deal with it. He can just relay their prayers to us, and oh, okay. I didn't have a choice, just like you humans don't have a choice to be born in that flesh suit. I didn't have a choice to be born in this immortal skin and to feel all your prayers upon me, dragging me down. You think Atlas had it bad? That's nothing. And so, like some quasi-philanthropist, I invent technologies. Can't even remember what they called me. Oh yeah, right. Prometheus. You don't know shit about Prometheus. You don't know shit about what I give to you. You don't know my backstory. You don't know the full thing. You get the little snippets, bite-sized chunks in Greek mythology, and that's cool. I'm one sensitive god. I would weep. I would wail. I would tear my hair out, drag my claws down my cheeks. None of the gods, they don't listen. None of the goddesses care. You would think the feminine divine would be a little bit more empathic, but no. They just wanted the currency that all these prayers generated and converted through this metabolism, emanated. Prometheus, oh, hey, how you doing today, Prometheus? Yo, pro! Walking through the pantheon, all the gods come up to me, touch me on the shoulder, pat me on the bum. They want a little bit of that energy that the agonized human being emits, and that I collect, apparently, in my wings. It's fucking crushing, I tell you. Because I can't do anything for the humans. I just relay their messages to the other gods who, you know. Hey man, what's up? You gonna do anything about that today? Nah. You're not gonna do anything about that today? No, I'm not, man. Leave me alone. Hey, Apollo's taking a day off. Hey, Apollo, how many days off is that for you? I don't know, man. Quit fucking bugging me. That's what we do. We're up there in the fucking pantheon, up in the clouds. Mount Olympus just bickering at each other. Yo, Ares, what's up? Are you gonna start a war today or no? Don't fuck with me, Prometheus. Okay. Ares is not particularly eloquent. He's good with a spear. But anyways, now, when I walk along in this pantheon of the gods, and they're all kind of kissing my ass because they all want my energy, because I'm the one who collects the prayers, the petitions, the tithes, all the economic subsidies that come from the anguished human being, well then, that's when I become Mr. Popular. Everyone wants a piece of Prometheus. And I can't take that for too long. You know, centuries being divine, up there for millennia. Everybody kind of kissing my ass but not doing anything, and I'm the only one with a conscience, so I get out. I can't stand it anymore. I exile, and I'm here on the planet, suffering right there with you. And it sucks, because now you got no relief. You got no one to pray to. The gods, oh, well, the gods. I was your only link. So I don't know who cursed me, created me. But, just like you, I've got Amazon. So, what I do is I have my shop in an undisclosed location. I go, I forge my advanced technology, 3D printing was my invention, and then I put it online. And then I go and I walk, and I walk. And see, now since that I'm on the earth, and I have a relationship with you people, and I think most of you are good, a lot of you don't really know what you're doing with your life, we start to communicate in a way that is perhaps mutually enriching, and I start to understand where you're coming from in a way that I never did when I was up in the clouds. You know, I'm Prometheus, but I'm not omniscient. I'm not omnipotent, and nor am I omnipresent. But I'm here on the earth to get a first-hand account, a first-hand experience, a kind of moment-to-moment intimacy with your suffering, come up with a lot of technology for you. But you don't pray. And that's a problem. You don't pray. Now, I'm not saying that you should necessarily pray to those dudes up there. That's probably not going to help you, since I'm no longer the liaison. I'm not saying that you should join me on the beach with all this decaying putrid matter of fish and whales and crabs and lobsters and manta rays and sharks. I'm not saying that. Frankly, I'm not exactly sure what you should do. I know there's a lot more technology coming out. You know you're going to be able to find it online because I'm working really hard in my shop. I'm working really, really hard. See, the suffering on the planet, it's kind of basic, but it's really dense. I haven't changed my underwear in God knows how long. I'm working around the clock. And I am trying to cut through you. But you don't, I mean, you're not committed. And so here I am, I'm like a disaffected divinity. Right? Not gonna be doing things up there anymore. That's over. I think they're all retired and they're sitting on their laurels just drinking martinis all day. You. You're dense. I mean, just the other day online I was reading about these people who were so convinced that spiritual bypassing, just to give you an example, spiritual bypassing is this thing, and they're really clamping down hard on the spiritual bypassing. But none of these people have ever experienced the divine. So how the fuck do they know what spiritual bypassing is if they've never experienced the divine? No, what they want, those dense, basic, condensed, constricted, and contracted mortals, what they want is another excuse to stay confined, to not realize the divine. Well, the divine is real. I'm here. I'm incarnated. I'm one example. I'm Prometheus. There are countless gods walking among you. Countless gods. Hey, what's up? Aphrodite, what's up, girl? How you doing? Hey, baby. See, she's right there. She's right there. Well, damn. I might just stop and, well, I won't. Because your suffering is important to me. Your suffering is important to me. Now, I have invented all these technologies, but don't use the technological bypass. Because you don't know the divine. You see what I mean? There's the spiritual bypass, and there's the technological bypass. But you don't even know what you're bypassing. This is all very just theoretical. The fact is, you're caught in a trap. And here I am on the beach with all my decaying and putrid fish matter. And I've got it for you. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna eat. I'm starving. That's right. If you put all this fish in your mouth, you would not be fed. I'm starving. I'm melting. I'm butter. I'm light. I'm golden phosphorescence. I'm an angel. Now you get me. What is it? Stay with it. What is it? Stay with it. What is this? Stay with it. Oh my God. Stay with it. This isn't fish. None of this is fish. Stay with it. Oh my God. Every one of these. Every one. Stay. Every one of it. Every one. Every one. Every one. Every one. Every one. That was a prayer. That was eating a piece of fish. Now that girl, she's gonna be fed for a lifetime. That's because Prometheus is walking along the beach, chillaxing, using this advanced technology. Genocide of fish on one level, 5 square miles, going down to the ocean floor. Davy Jones' locker, detonating the expanse of sea and all these fish around me. I saw prayers. You may want to know how that person, she was just walking by. I don't know who she was. some girl, woman, how did she go from seeing a beach full of putrid carcasses to realizing the prayer of being? How did she go from that? I was perhaps part of the catalyst, I don't know. But you must admit she was disposed. You can't see all this suffering and not go to your knees. So why don't you see it? Why aren't you on your knees? Why aren't you there, right now, praying? Not to a god or a goddess, not to them, not to anything above you, but to the dying fish in front of you, to the genocide of 5 square miles of ocean. You're not praying, you're not on your knees. What are you? What are you then? You've got to take a moment. Listen, I was crushed. I was crushed by the burden of my being, of how I was forged. I didn't get a choice, but I did leave it. I did choose for something other, alternate, another reality, something, because I did not like the hand that I was dealt. I didn't like being exploited. No. It's not for me. You are the prayer. You are the dead fish. You are the advanced technology. You're the one. You're the one who chose exile. But you are on a beach. Yes, you are. You're on a beach. I mean, come on. That's pretty badass, isn't it? But really, what am I talking about? Right? Because I'm just an emanation, a projection, right? I'm not the real deal. You're the real deal. A fish. 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 Officially a fish. Officially a fish is an angel. That's the kind of angle. You are able to transmogrify anything. With the transparency of your perspectivizing, you are the absolute that shines through radiantly any type of perspective. You get it. That is Prometheus. That is Prometheus. The angelization of perspective. That is Prometheus. That's what came through the mail from Amazon Prime. Right? 3D printer. That's just a dying fish on the shore. 3D printer. The angel is Promethean. That's what the gods wanted from me, and I did not ask for that. So I willingly angelized myself and fell from heaven with my feathers on my back. Tucked them in, started watching humanity, walking the beaches, talking to people, playing dominoes, those big tables, couple guys, talking about life. That's depressing. Defeated. Resigned. Hungry for meaning. I could just simply touch one of them, and then they would experience the Promethean angelization of perspective. That's the technology, isn't it? When perspective becomes luminous, becomes the fire-breathing dragon that evaporates everything in its path with its breath. So what is your chosen struggle? What is your Promethean burden? Right? Because when the Logos incarnated in this realm, when mind suffused all of matter, and we have the divinization of matter, there's still a chosen struggle. What is it? You were born in the pantheon of gods and goddesses. You walked among them. You heard the suffering. You rejected the gods and goddesses. You incarnated. And now you're among us. And now you've got this angelized perspective. What is your chosen struggle? If you can liquidate all obfuscation, if you can traverse every obstacle and liberate every obstruction, what is your chosen struggle? What are you doing? Fish taste delicious. Dead fish taste delicious. I've got to eat this stuff. I've got a whole beach of dead fish. I've got to figure out what to do. If you have any comments for me, it would be great if you could leave them and give me a suggestion how I can either monetize all this foul-smelling crap, right, and feed thousands of people. How I can perhaps put a cap on this technology so no one else uses it, no one else abuses it. But most importantly, I would like you to tell me what I should do with myself. Right? What should I do with myself? Because what you decide that I should do with myself is what you're doing with yourself currently. That is the angelization of perspective. Right? Did you see that interpenetration right there? So if you'd like, I'd love to see you here on the beach with me. We can go for a little stroll in the sunset, catch up, talk about our lives, how the kids are doing, the husbands and the wives. Talk about our dreams. Talk about that time that we used to pray to something out there. And then our newfound epiphany that every time we perspectivize, we pray. It'll get good. Maybe we'll smoke some weed. Maybe we'll drink some tea. Maybe we'll just ascend and bypass. Oh, this bypassing.